What is good? It is Salim Mohammed Tarifa, the Fizzy on the Fizzy Speaks, back again with another episode. And on this episode, for the first time ever, it is Yuki-chan. Yuki.
Why do you keep calling me Yuki-chan?
It's just a nice endearing way of saying Yuki without saying Yuki.
Okay, no problem. Hi everyone, my name is Osayuki, but people call me
Yuki-chan.
Oh god, no, I think you're the one that calls me Yuki-chan.
That's why I'm the best.
Oh
Yes.
god, no. Anyway, but I think I like Yuki-chan.
You're welcome.
It has a nice
Yeah.
Asian
Yeah.
ring to
Yeah.
it.
You're welcome. Yeah. Konoha. Yeah. You visit sometime. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So on this episode, we'll be discussing green, yellow, and red flags. Let's get into this episode. Yes, and yes. On this episode, we're talking about the green, orange, and red flags, right? She actually corrected me because I said yellow before. I don't know why, but yeah, yellow lights, Nigeria. I don't know. It's something we do. So yeah, I was going to say amber, right? Because it's actually amber, but
most people don't even know what amber is.
yes, apart from
I feel
like
most health professionals will know what amber is.
yeah, most people that go to school know what amber is.
Most people, funny enough, most people that go to school, they don't. Know
We
amber
actually have really bad, like, we have a lot of things that we didn't learn in school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people didn't learn colors, like amber is a color, cyan is a color,
Like-
magenta is a color, simple
For sure.
colors. Yeah, just simple colors. Like
Burgundy. They'll be like, what is burgundy?
burgundy is still reasonable, but then you only start saying Siamese blue. Like, okay, what? It's like twice the blue with like the same neck.
I think it's Chinese blue or Cyanese.
No, they have the weird colors. Like they'll say
that is deoxygenated blood.
like why is the blue so? Why is the name so long and stressful? And it's always when people want to get married that these colors exist.
And they tell you,
You'll be like
brown.
cockroach brown. Like what the hell is cockroach? How am I supposed to know?
Ivory. What's an ivory?
These are the problems. These are the problems we need to start solving as a people. Please, if you have solutions to this, you can hit me up at thefizyspeaks.gmail.com at gmail.com. Let's talk about how we can save the planet from crazy people. All right, yes. You invite me to your wedding and the color is something I have to do cockroach. I'm not coming. Okay, that's all. So yeah, Yuki, thank you so much for joining me on the episode.
Thank you.
It took a lot to get her to actually be on the episode. I think she was supposed to send me an email, and then she didn't send the email. People that don't send, these people that are very strange. So, yeah, I forgive you. So all is forgiven. Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. So Yuki is she's a bottle flipping expert. She flips bottles really well. She also the nurse thing, is it? How do we do it? How do I introduce
So
that?
yeah, I'm a nurse by profession, but I like to call myself a polyvalent, kind of, because I don't only work in the hospital. So I used to work in the hospital, but now I work with NGOs, and yeah, that is it. I'm still a nurse, but let's just say my patients and clients have expanded beyond the hospital.
Okay, fantastic. So basically what she's telling us is that she's a superhero. She goes around house to house in the night to help people with their health.
Oh my god,
issues.
no.
She just runs around like nurse outfits, jumping around. So it's cooler than think about it. Like, okay, let's not get into the details of that. So yeah, on this episode, we decided to talk about this. We're going to talk about something else before. We're going to talk about the other dangers of getting married.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a very dope topic. I don't know why she just refused. Like she refused. And
Because how can we be talking about dangers of marriage? And I know that marriage is really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
So if you are putting that out
But, like,
there,
there are dangers.
dangers of marriage.
But that while we're talking about the dangers, we could actually get to the part where it's actually good. Like it's dangerous, but it's good.
Well, if you have
Like it can be dangerously good.
No, if you have
Like
a perception
best case scenario,
that,
you die happy.
Salim,
It's still dangerous.
No. Because if you have a mindset that marriage danger, it spoils everything. And
Danger is fun. It's like driving fast. It's dangerous, but it's fun.
no,
That's the best part. Like you're driving fast, just overtaking people, just weaving, and going to the airport, and it's really good. That's like the best driving experience ever.
So we used to do deliverance for you. Like,
No,
we used to lay
I
hands
know.
on you. We used to lay hands on you. Call all the pastors. And in
Wow,
fact,
all the pastors?
We used to do it the celestial.
No.
Like, wash your head in the river.
No. I don't think anyone that they've done that to has come back normal. Do you
Yeah.
know anybody that's not? No. You think it's wash your head river? No.
No.
You never be normal.
No,
you
no,
have
no.
like typhoid, you have many cholera, everything. No, I don't think it's necessary. So
No.
don't do that. Yes, yeah.
I didn't
Especially when
want
you bring it out of the water and then you look ahead and you see someone taking a shit in the water. And you're like, oh no.
I just dipped my head in it.
Ah,
No.
That's some deliverance, man. You will never be the same.
No,
I promise
no.
you. Never, ever. Okay, so I think we should just get into it. I think the first thing to get into is the red flags. So
Red flags.
yeah.
Okay. You know, most times when we're talking about red flags, especially on Twitter and maybe Instablog Nigeria, I usually see it from like the female perspective. We'll be like, oh, this guy, blah blah. Maybe we went out to. I'm going to use like this generally though. I was like, she'll be like, okay, we went out to eat. He didn't hold the door for me. Blah blah. When I go home, he didn't even call me. That's a red flag. I'm not going to talk to him again. Number one, I feel red flag is subjective.
Fantastic. I was going to. Yeah.
What can be a red flag to me might be a green flag
For someone
you.
else.
Yes.
Yeah.
So disclaimer, this not like a general opinion. This is just my opinion. I'm not trying to like impose it on anyone. This is just me. Everybody have different values.
Yeah.
For me,
we all have different values.
Exactly. First red flag for me for a guy, it's a lot over.
Why is it so plenty? Like anyway, it just shows that you have standards, so it's
Exactly.
fine. Yeah.
Because if you don't have standards,
Then you just take anything.
anybody can
You
come,
just take anything, you just
chicken,
yeah.
go to human
Wow,
being, everybody will just
chicken.
will just come to you.
That's a lot of yeah.
So you need to
I
have
can
like
see many ways that relationship will go down.
yeah,
Someone will end up eating up, that's for sure.
the chicken.
Yes. Can't even.
So you need to have standards, and
Yeah.
number one for me is red flag if you don't have respect for yourself, respect for your family. Because fine, a guy can walk up to you, oh, I like you this, I love you this, I want to marry you, blah 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 shit.
Wow, you've heard a lot of that. The way you said it's like you've heard like 50 times, like every day.
Guy,
It's not
it's
easy.
a lot.
It's not easy.
And he can just be pretending because he wants to get something out of you, or maybe he genuinely likes you, I don't know. But you will really know someone if you've spent time with them. And family, like his own family, they are the people that he has actually spent enough time with. So you will know if he's a good person, if he has respect, if he respects his parents, which is something that
A lot of people
don't talk about this.
People are iffy about it because they say, okay, what if you've had bad parents?
Yeah.
Right? And what if your parents have not been the best example for you? You know, they didn't treat you the best way growing up. You know, does it now make them? I mean, does it not give you the right to be, let's say, whatever to them as well? And I think the thing is, you know, I read this thing, basically in psychology also, we say that, or rather, it said that, you know, good kids, good people, good children, when their parents are misbehaving, when their parents are, you know, crazy, toxic, whatever, the children will usually make excuses for their parents. You know, you see this thing where, let's say, maybe a child has a parent that is maybe a junkie, be on drugs or something, and then the child is the one now, a very young child now, has taken up a responsibility towards the parent, where the child is taking care of the parent as well. Like the parent is taking care of the child, but the child is taking care of the parent, because like I realize that you can't do everything well. It has been reversed in some sense, so we're sharing the roles now. You know. And it's like, I know that you are not where you need to be, but I'm going to take care of it because I know maybe you didn't have it easy. Maybe now you take sympathy for you get that kind of thing. Like, I don't understand why you're a junkie, but I care about you because, well, you tried with what you had, I guess. You know, sometimes it's not easy to see, but You see where maybe someone may be maybe by themselves. This person is an insufferable element. They're just terrible to talk to. They are very mean to people and everything. But their kid is like, no, I know my mom or dad can be a bit crazy, but deep down he's a good person. You know? So they tend to be kind. Like in spite of the fact that their parent isn't perfect, they overlook those imperfections for the sake of the fact that, you know what, I love this person. I'm going to take care of them. It's my mom. It's my dad. I'm going to take care of them. So they do that. So if you see someone who is outrightly just hateful towards his parents, right? It means, first of all, there's a lot of stuff that has not been resolved. You know? It means there's hurt, there's anger, there's stuff. Because once you remove...
Betrayal.
There's betrayal, all of those things. Like, how could you do this to me? You're embarrassing me. You're in front of my friends. You make me look bad. You make me look all those things. But, you see, when you get to that point where you've healed, you've processed all those things, you now see that love begins to come out. So that person who is now, like, finished, like, I've dealt with this trauma, or I've processed it to some extent. I have reason to be angry with you. I have reasons to be mad at you. You're not there for me when I needed you. But now I can be there for you in some way. I'm going to be there for you. So I'm going to treat you with kindness. I'm going to be good to you. I'm going to be... So you see people now, in as much as they've had a very rough experience growing up, they now want to still show love to that parent that has been not so good to them. Mm-hmm. And then you see these parents usually, maybe sometimes they feel bad. Sometimes they feel remorseful. They feel like, oh, I should have done better. But, you know, it's that showing of a good child. Someone who has, you know, I don't know. I don't know everybody. So if your parents is crazy, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. But you know, when you forgive someone, you move from a place of hate and anger and all those things. And it kind of, I feel, shows you that this person, no matter, you don't know everything about their parents and their experience, but you can see how they treat their parents in the moment. So what it tells you is that this person has forgiven enough that in spite of the fact that their parents may not be perfect, they are still good to them. They're in old age, they still take care of them. They still respect them. They still treat them with some kind of reverence. There's still some kind of whatever, right? So that just shows you that this person has processed their stuff. And probably wouldn't get so cross at you for doing something very minimal and just decide to burn your car. You know? Something like that. So.
I was actually thinking of something before, like the whole red flag thing. You wouldn't know someone's true color until you spend time with them. So I can't just meet you for the first time now. You just say hello to me and I'm like, that's a red flag right there. No, they have to be a form of communication.
Maybe the person said hello. Like there was no hitch. And then you're like, what? Red flag.
Is that how you talk?
Yeah.
That's why I said like red flags are subjective.
Yeah.
So for me,
like what if the person had a bad, like maybe they're having like sore throat or something? I don't know. Like just maybe erase the H factor and it just, I don't know. Or give them a temporary H factor. I don't know. You know,
so,
messed up sinuses and stuff like that.
What I'm trying to say is that before you determine that, okay, this person, this is a red flag, this is not, this is a green flag, let's see how it goes. This is a green flag, I give my go ahead. This is an orange flag, let's see how it goes. Every person another chance. The thing is that communication, the more you spend time with someone, the more you will get to know them. I understand that people will pretend, but it's like there's one Bini adage. I can't really speak my language like that.
Okay.
It's like I'm going to use English to
because
say.
I don't want to fly. I'm just saying.
Salim!
I don't want to talk to bed.
No. So it says, it goes like this. You can't hide smoke. It will always find a way to escape. So the same thing with character. Character is like smoke. It will always show up. It will always show itself. So yeah, when you're communicating with someone, you tend to know their values, their beliefs, and what they center their life on. So you actually don't have to tell the person, I'm looking out for red flags or green flags for you, that kind of thing.
No,
that's weird.
No.
Weird.
How you sound like, I'm watching you for your red flags. I'm
exactly,
like, wow, what?
Like,
that's a red flag.
Exactly. You, my dear, you are toxic.
You are a red flag. You are a walking red flag. You red flag, red pole, sleeping dogs. Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's hot.
Yeah. Okay, so we didn't actually discuss what we meant by the red flag, the orange flag, and the green flag.
Yeah.
So I think we should do that.
Okay. So
Red flag.
red flags are character traits that you do not like in a prospective spouse or partner, or just, let's say we're talking about relationship here. So prospective fiance. I don't know.
You haven't gone far. Wow.
Yeah. I said prospective.
Okay.
Friend,
Prospective,
fiance.
yeah.
That you can't. You just can't. You can't settle with that. Yeah. So that's.
So basically, like deal breakers.
Deal breakers, exactly. I had
Fantastic.
to give like a long definition.
Yeah, I mean, you tried. You're close by. The whole time I was like, the word is right there. Just say it.
No, you have to.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. So like, let's go green flags.
Before we go green flags, what do you define like red flags in your own terms?
Okay. For me, well, the way I see it, red flags are definitely like deal breakers, things that you see in another person that you just go, absolutely no, I can't, nope, I'm out, nope, can't do it, no. Like she has a goatee, no. She has chest, she has like manly chest hair, hell no, you know. Some it might be character flaws, it might be attributes, it might be stuff, maybe their behaviors and stuff like that. It's still character flaws and stuff. It could even be health issues. Like if you just know, like, oh, maybe you're overwhelmed by their health issues and you can't really deal with that.
Exactly. You
have to know yourself. Like, this is what I can deal with. This is a bit much for me. I mean, you're SS, I cannot. You are AS, I'm AS, I can't.
True.
You are, there are some things that they don't necessarily have to do something to you.
That health aspects really need to.
You need to talk about it. Like, yo. You like now. Let's say you are a chronic smoker and the person is asthmatic. Someone's gonna die. You're gonna kill that person.
Like,
you can like them or incompatibility can exist. You can like this person from now till next tomorrow. I said next tomorrow for a reason because technically you have some time to think about it. But what I mean is, you know that it's not gonna work because you guys, your lifestyles, your this or that, it's not compatible. So you don't even have to do that.
She wants to jackpot, but you want to stay.
You want to stay. And these are conversations that people don't like to have. But this is why I feel we have the orange flags. Yeah?
The in-between.
The in-betweens. And I was going to just work up to it. That's why I wanted to go green flag, sharp, so that I would not go to orange flag. But like, we're already here. So orange flag is like, you don't know. These are areas that you don't know. And maybe for fear of rocking the boat too much, you don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want to talk about some sensitive topics that may or may not cause the end of the relationship because you like them a lot and all that. So you end up going into these gray areas, or I call them orange flags. So you notice that there are topics or there are parts of your relationship that if you were honest to yourself and you sat down with those people and you had a conversation, it's a deal breaker. Like if you get, like it's a possible, like maybe it's a deal breaker or it's a possible deal breaker. It's not there yet, but it could be there. So you're not sure, but you don't want to get there because you will find out what you don't want to know. But you know that you're already in the orange flag category. Once you are in a position where if their parents don't like you,
or more,
this is where you start looking like, can he leave his family for me? Can she leave her family for me? This is very orange flag territory. This is like, wait, can it work? Can it not work? May not work? Can it? Should it? Will it? All those things.
A lot of things.
Things are gonna be things all over the place. So that's it. That's it. That's just it. If you are not serious, that's when you will now know that you are not serious.
No, I mentioned
you are
earlier,
playing around. You are playing games.
I mentioned earlier that communication actually bring out a lot of things, and you can never communicate enough. Like, always communicate, and communication is not always one way. That's not even communication. It have to be a feedback. What you're telling this person, did they understand what you're saying?
That's another thing. The thing is, people think communication is talking all the time.
No,
it isn't. Communication also is not just when someone is listening. I mean, giving you their full attention, but comprehending nothing. I've had this kind of question before. You still know someone, you explain all the reasons why this thing is so important to you. Look, this is it, this is it, this is it, this is it. And they look at you seriously, intensely, passionately. They are doing their best to grab every word you're saying, and they are misunderstanding every last word. So what the problem is, you've said everything you want to say. That should be enough information for anybody to work with. Problem is that they can either not understand, not relate, not comprehend, and also have failed to ask questions. Now, unfortunately, what you think you've communicated has led you to what I would call an orange flag scenario. So you are in a place where now you think they know, but they don't know. You know, there was this movie clip the other day. The guy, Nigerian movie. Okay, don't ask me why I was watching Nigerian movie in the night. So, this is a long story. Okay, guys, please don't judge me. I love Nigerian movies.
Judging
Sometimes,
you already.
No, some Nigerian movies are quite nice. You know, it had some good parts, but you know, so basically the guy he wanted to stay in Nigeria and everything, and the girl wants to go abroad. Yeah, and she's saying, "I thought you knew that what we had was temporary, like it was going to end soon." And then the guy is like, temporary what?
Oh my God, I'm
You
sure
mean
he would
all
have
of this?
invested all his time.
He has
effort,
invested his
love
life,
and
his
all.
spiritual, everything. He's going to church, I'm sure, to pray over it. So, you know, she might have said some things to him, but he hasn't shown that he has actually understood, or they are actually in the same place mentally or psychologically or emotionally. So she is now celebrating the tail end of the relationship. As far as she's concerned, she's doing a send off. And he is like, we are just starting to bring out the sparks, the lightning is going to strike
Ron was
us.
dating himself.
He's dating himself. His expiry best before date has already passed. You are not taking the milk when you know you shouldn't.
Expired.
The expired milk. So now you are going to have an appointment with your toilet for 6:45 till 6:45 the next day, because there will be a long day followed by a long night. You know what I mean? So these are the things that I see in some scenarios, some people's relationships, and you know, we experience some of these things ourselves, and it just begs the question: is it that because it just begs the question, like, is it that communication is not enough? Or then, if you are communicating, how do you now verify that what you've said, this person actually understands it? Because usually what you have to judge is their actions afterwards. So, but then how can you gauge the actions? Like, the person is behaving as if they don't understand what I said last week. Like, I told you we are breaking up next week. You are buying me candy. Why are you buying me candy? What's wrong with you? You know? So, things like this. You have to have this kind of difficult conversations around these topics. So that basically brings us to orange flags. So I'll leave you with the green flag.
Okay, so green flags are the yes signs. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me put it that way.
Yes, we can.
Yes, like, okay,
Obama.
go ahead with this. Okay. His values aligns with mine. His this, his that. These are the standards for you, and he ticks all the boxes, kind of.
Okay.
And yeah, and the Lord approves of him.
Okay.
I have to put that there. I have to put that there.
Okay, that's good. That's good. But you know, there's something that I was talking to someone the other day, and then she was like, she wants someone who can match her energy. She wants someone who can match her energy. She wants someone who can match her energy. And I said something. I said, what about you want someone with whom both your energies can match? Because he may be ticking green flag for you. He might be giving up all the signs you want, and the Lord approved him probably for the whole of Abuja because he's just that guy, and you don't happen to match his own energy. Because I don't know, people don't really think about it. Like, I want someone to match my energy. It's two-way. Because like you said something before we started recording. I want you to just go over that again. I'm going to ask you a question first and foremost.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a question first and foremost. What do you see yourself what is your take on marriage? What do you see when you think about marriage?
To me, marriage is beautiful.
Like relationships, marriage, all this stuff.
marriage was not even initiated by we humans. It was an institution ordained by God. We see that in the Garden of Eden, when Adam was, working, and the Lord was with him, just observing his creation. And after Adam was done naming all the animals and all, named them, taking care of them. And the Bible records that after he named all, there was none that was no one was compatible with Adam. And the Lord was like, it's not good for man to be alone.
So he brought feminists.
Stop it.
No, I'm curious. What did he break now?
He brought a woman.
Guess
what? It's not even God that named Eve. It was Adam.
Of course.
When the Lord finished the surgical work, and behold,
this one bad though.
Adam woke up. I was like, wow, man. Like, that's how I always do that, like, in my head. Like, wow, he was amazed. Like, this is his fucking tongue. This is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Fine. Like, he was.
So basically,
he was amazed.
Basically, the bone. Let me not say what I want to say. Carry on.
So he was like, this is the bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh.
There's this guy that did this video. He with his wife.
Yeah.
And then he was like, your bone structure is my bone structure. And I was like, that is the most biologically beloved thing you can say to your wife. I feel like that's just win. If you're a married man listening to this podcast, you heard it here first. Subscribe for more tips. You're welcome. Carry on.
You're not serious, are you?
I just gave them like marriage tips.
Marriage tips 101.
Yeah.
So basically,
it was dope.
It was God that initiated institution of marriage. That's companionship.
Yeah.
That's companionship, and humans, we are relational beings. We always need people around us. Yeah. So as humans, we can't do life alone. That's why
we can try.
Yeah, you can try to do life alone, but it doesn't always work.
I think it's the funny thing is, a lot of people don't like to say this, but like even as a guy, I'm going to say this, that I actually look forward to being married. I think it's a beautiful. No, it's not even. It's nothing. There's nothing like nothing to hide. It's just
hard guy.
No, I'm not. No, I don't do hard guy. I'm a soft guy. I like to be soft. I like life to be soft. I like my pandadium done at the right temperature and texture. Nothing to. But I mean, like, it's not. I don't think there's something to be ashamed of to say that. You know what? I look forward to love and life, and a life that is well shared and well, galvanized, healthy, safe space, comforting, and all of those things. Good stuff. And the thing is, as much as you want more and more out of life, you start to realize that you, in fact, have to also be more and more. You get? Like, I want this, I want this kind of life, I want this kind of marriage, I want this kind of this. You also have to now learn. Like, one time I asked God this thing. I said, God, you know what? I want you to teach me to be the right kind of person for the kind of woman I'm looking for. Now, I don't know whether it's God that was just listening to me. I was like, okay, no, Allah, I have you, no problem. You want to be that, right? No problem. Very good. Now, because
the shadow of death, it will prune you.
You will not enter that shadow of death. That's value of shadow of death, because you have to learn patience. You think you're patient, you're not patient. You have to learn. People will test you,
that will make
put
you make you patient.
I praise God. I say, God, I never want to hit my wife. I never want to be that guy that hits my wife. I don't want to ever insult her, call her names and stuff. Now you put under situations that will stress you. You want to strangle this person. Somehow you have to find a way to navigate that situation. And sometimes, those traumas will come. I feel like trauma is also a good thing because it helps us to learn sometimes. And I mean, it can be good. I'm not saying that it's the best thing. I'm just saying it can be good. Like, there are always things to learn. And as much as you're praying for a very understanding partner who is this and that, who is matching your energy, you also have to understand that, kind of like how you were saying the other time, how marriage is like Christ and the church. Yes. And basically how, at the end of the day, the whole story ended up with with Christ dying, laying his life down for the church, you know,
I think
to
it's in Ephesians. Is it in
yeah.
Ephesians? Husbands, love your wife just as
yeah,
Christ loved
love
the
the
church by
church,
laying
his
his
life, and yeah. So basically, we're talking about how you are supposed to sacrifice yourself. You're not living to please yourself. Once you get married, you're living to please the other person.
You know that's when I said living sacrifice. You are dying.
You are dying
every day to
day.
self.
You're dying to yourself so that you can live for them. So it's no longer about you when you get married. It's not longer about, oh, my pleasure, oh, my happiness, oh, my
Me,
this,
me, me,
make
me,
me
me.
happy, do this stuff for me. You're literally getting married to say, I'm going
Here
to
to
lay
serve
down
you.
my life to serve you. And if it works well enough, they also want to lay down their lives to serve you. So your happiness is coming from making them happy, and their happiness coming from making you happy. Then both of you are catering to each other, and then it's good. Problem is, we have a lot of situations where nowadays, I think it's even a challenge. Back then in the day, our parents would just go get, hey, you, I like you, wonderful Christian lady, wonderful Muslim lady, wonderful lady in the Ninja Baby, whatever. And then you get married, and you do, you get married, have children, you have, probably you stay married, whether you're happy or not, you stay married. People just, there are a lot of marriages I've seen that they stayed together, and I don't know why.
They are not happy.
I don't know why it's not a happy marriage. Now, a happy marriage, you will know. You can just know that these people are happy. They are doing something right. And now you see a lady, you can't even go talk because now you wonder, are you a lady? Are you a shim? Are you a him? Who are you? All right. So I think the first red flag, you said it the other time. First red flag for a girl is that the guy is not a guy. I think that's the most important red flag we start with now.
Yeah.
If you are looking for a heterosexual relationship, which is like, as far as I'm concerned, the only scientifically, biologically, reasonably okay relationship to have. I'm sorry if you are not, I don't even believe there's anybody that is gay on my podcast. Listen to my podcast. If you are not straight in the brain, listen to the podcast. Now you're going to be straight. Now, you already know about by now. Just start leave the podcast because I'm going to be angry with you. So that was it. Because I actually went, I checked my podcast and I saw like percentage of people listening, and then like male, female, non-binary was 0. I was like, good. Everybody's saying on the podcast, good. I know the people I'm talking to. So, you know, the first red flag obviously is the person is not who they are.
Claim to be.
Not even claim to be. They're not even who they are. Like, you are a woman and you're like, I'm a man. I'm like, no, you are a man. Okay, all right.
Identity crisis.
Problems that, yeah, that's number one red flag. You don't even know what you are. That's the problem. Because if you don't know what you are, how can you know what you're supposed to be to me?
Exactly.
It means next week it can change. You can just come and be like,
I am you.
I'm not the husband. I'm the wife. I'm like, what? You don't want to die no more? Is that what this is? You don't want to be Christ no more? You know, you're supposed to die. No, you don't want to die. No, you know, it's going to be, So there's that. Yeah. And I think it's for guys. I don't think people don't think that guys think these things, but I mean, there are a lot of guys. I know a couple of guys. Like there was one of my friends. I posted a picture of one of my guys got married recently. Justice.
I posted that yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, saw it. And then one of my guys was like, "Guy, you have posted some people's stuff. When are you posting your own?" And I was like, "Guy, chill, in time, right? If it happens, good. If it doesn't happen, I turn to Batman. No problem. I don't have a problem with that. Being Batman is cool." So yeah, it's just that I would like that to happen. Yeah. At the same time, I'm not rushing it. I'm not desperate. Because you're desperate, you rush into stuff and you're just like you're not prepared. You regret. You wish you were single and chopping breakfast every day than that, because there's no worse hell than the hell that you create by yourself and you can't get out. It's like you make a maze and then you are lost in the maze that you made. First of all, you are amazed. The worst part is you are in the maze. You know that you made the maze. That's the worst part. Like if you didn't make the maze now, you'd be like, I don't know the way out. I don't know. But this one, you made the maze. You're inside, and then you're like, I don't remember the way out. Do you know how stupid you'll be to anyone else that, hey guy, what's the way out? You made this place, right? I'm like, I don't know. Are you dumb? Are you drinking water that is not purified? Why are you behaving? Things like that. So yeah.
For me, when we started this podcast, I said, when talking about this relationship stuff, red flag, I was like, it's subjective.
Yeah.
So most of the things I'm going to say is personal.
Yeah, some people will actually like a guy that is not a guy.
Exactly. They'll be like, I want to explore.
Or maybe she's also a he. He's him.
It's something.
There.
Though.
Ah,
It's weird.
so many names
Like
that they could be. So many things, you know.
So-
it could be a Pikachu. No one knows. It could just be like a Charizard or something. Like I'm a Pokemon. I didn't know you were a Pokemon. How am I supposed to call you Pokemon? Like, is it like they or them or like
or it.
it's? Why am I calling you, man? Jesus Christ.
So I think the first one
Identify
actually
as
that
a
I was
spiritual
going to
ninja.
that I was going to say was you
Identify as Okage. Oh Lord.
Please. Yeah,
okay.
that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
So
sure.
I think the first one that I was actually supposed to say was your belief.
Mhm.
What you believe, which is you've actually said already, like your identity, you know.
Yeah. If you don't even know what you are, then you have no
Exactly.
business being in a relationship. I think this.
Exactly.
I said this already in the last episode of 25 Reasons Why. Don't. Okay. That's all. That's all.
So what you believe in, who you believe in. For me, if you are not a Christian, I can't marry you because our
okay.
beliefs are
No,
are
beliefs are different, which means that there are things that you're going to do.
exactly.
Like the other person is going to be looking at you like, "What are you doing?"
It's weird.
No, crazy thing is that I actually saw a post about a guy who married. The girl is Indian. The guy is, I think he's Caucasian, is like white or so,
Yeah.
and he is, I think, Jewish or so, and the girl is
Hindu.
Yeah, she's into some stuff. Yeah, I don't really know a lot about that. If you're Indian, I know what she's into. Please let me know. Yeah, that's okay. Sorry. I love all people sometimes. So, but what I mean is that she is of a different religion, culture, language, all these things. He's of a different set of values and all that, and they are able to respect each other's values. Yeah, enough that they can understand. Hey, I'm different in this aspect, you're different in this aspect, and then we still do that. But I think what is important is at the end of the day, you guys are able to or are mature enough to some level. I don't know how well their marriage is going. It's just a post. Anybody can do a post. Do a short post about how we're so happy together, hold hands, walking on the beach, this and that. Anyone can do that. I don't know what your real life is like. But I think it's important to know, like for example, when you're talking about how the example of Christ to the church, right? If you are not a Christian, those values will be lost on you. Except you're open-minded enough to learn from them. But by the time you start learning from them, you will end up a Christian, I think. So because the whole idea is, the definition of love in the Bible is different. The command of husbands to their wives is different. People, even within Christendom, there are people who say, "Oh, wife, submit to your husband. You must submit to your husband," and they forget the part that the husband too is submitting to the wife.
Yes, and
So-
it's answerable to God.
It's answerable to God. So I mean, the wife is answerable to
God too.
God too, but also the husband.
Yes.
So,
God.
well, basically, you guys are answerable to each other. You're accountable to each other. But the thing is, the without having those same values, you are not listening from the same place. So probably also you're not understanding from the same place. So where he's understanding patience from here and trying to embody what Christ would do, you are embodying, I don't know, Shah Rukh Khan. And then you're like, what would he do? And I don't really know what he would do. You could be embodying Chris Brown. And yeah, as a Breezy fan, I'm sorry for saying this, but you might not end well for you, Chris Brown, you need to stop what you're doing. If I listen to this episode, Chris Brown, stop. You need to chill. I know you're artistic, but you don't need to practice some stuff with some human being. Don't do that. Why do you keep doing this, man? Like every time, like it's always something in the news. But he has been low key for now, so that's good. I've not heard him do any ninja stuff. So, but it's great when you see him doing those dance moves, and you're like, this guy is good. Look how he's moving. He's just throwing kick in the air. And they're only like, wait, they're actually practicing with somebody's human being. Like this someone's child. Ah, God. So that's for sure, yeah. But Breeze, I'm still a fan. I love your songs, are awesome. Just calm down, all right? Take it easy, all right? Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, all right. You should be on the podcast. Let me know if you listen to this. Yeah. So what are you saying about
Yo.
Oh my God, it's so
But
much fun, man.
what red flag will you like for a guy now? What's like the biggest red flag that you know what? If I see this in a lady, there's no like this a big no.
There are so many. There are so many.
Just mention a few.
Like the first word that came to my mind is wrong energy. Wrong energy. It's like, do you have a teachable spirit or not? That's like, of girls that I want to talk, opinion, I have opinion. Okay. Would you be okay? Would you be open to the idea of probably listening to a contradicting opinion that may actually solve the problem? No. No. Would you be open to, you don't know something, would you be open to me showing you that? Okay, you've never experienced kind of can I show you a different experience and you would listen to it? Are you willing to be led? Do you get? Because I'm just going to say this, like, maybe traditionally I feel like men and women, we lead in different ways, right? But when it comes to submitting yourself, it means that sometimes there will be things that this man has to teach you, whether he's the best one in the world or whatever, but there will be things that you can only get from him if you are willing to learn from him. You have to learn his mannerisms. You have to learn the way to talk to him, the time to talk to him, the manner of approach to approach certain discussions and stuff like that. You want progress, right? You want to get your way. But are you willing to actually now allow there to be a conversation and not want to just use your feelings to override everything? Because people tend to do these things, and that's something. And then also being teachable is like, okay, fine, you want to be the queen, you want to be treated like the queen and all that. The queen has a king. The king is there as what? You guys have to give yourself that royalty like treatment. It has to go both ways, right? And unfortunately, we have a world where a lot of people are like, I want this and this and this and this, and then it's this entitlement and there's like energy. Like what I'm just saying, like it's all inside this energy bubble for me. It's like, are you teachable? Do you listen? You get, like, you don't have to be the best cook in the world. Those things are not red flags. I feel like these things are like, they're like orange flags. Because you might not be good, I might be better at it. Let me teach you.
Exactly.
Can you calm down enough for me to teach you? Or are you calm enough to say, I will learn this thing because I know that it makes you happy? And then maybe we can see how it works. Conversation on it. Like, let's talk about those gray areas. Let's walk through them. If you are unteachable, if you are hard-walled against new information, then it's impossible. Your opinion does not matter. If you are close-minded, if you are stiff, if you are a freaking mosquito. This is how I am. Love me as I am. This and that. I'm crazy.
Accept me.
Do you know that I kid you not? There was a time, and I said this thing. I think I've said it before. A lady said to me, she said, "You are not a man," and I was like, "Okay." I actually was open and waiting for the next thing because I felt like every experience is a teachable experience. So I'm just gonna be like, "Okay, tell me why." And then she's like, "You can't even shout at me. You can't even she was like, you can't even insult me. You can't put me in my place. You can't even." I'm like, whoa. I don't know what you're expecting me to do. Maybe call you like a female dog or call you like a waterside or, all this kind of stuff. I could do that.
But no.
But like, I don't want, if I'm thinking of doing anything, if I'm thinking of having you by my side in a kind of capacity where I'll say, this is my queen, then I cannot debase you. I cannot reduce you. I cannot shrink you. I don't want to do that. I might call you out on your behavior and say, you are being a mosquito. You are being a mammal that is has rabies. You are being crazy. Yes, but I can't just start calling you mad or useless or stupid. Or I can't do that. I'll find other wonderful places. Like I can call you a Royal Cube because that's a more loving insult, right? It means you have seasoning, but you're not just the best one in the market. Like I could just, there are so many things you could do, but the moment I make it about tearing you down, like you are not smart, you're a foolish person, you're a dummy, then I'm reducing you. And if I reduce you, guess what I get? I get a reduced version of the woman I'm with. That is not a win for me. Any argument I win by reducing you doesn't make me feel good because I feel like I just have a dumb woman next to me. Right? I don't want a dumb woman. I'm sorry. I don't want a beautiful dum-dum. I don't want a beautiful doorknob. I don't want a beautiful bobblehead. Like, yes, everything is just yes. Yes, sir. No. I want someone that I can bounce off ideas. Like, what do you think about this? I don't really like this. I don't really feel good about it. Sometimes I feel like sometimes your partner is that extra compass that keeps you from losing your way. It's like your GPS is
They're your
bad.
partner for a reason.
For a reason.
The Bible even says, I can't remember the scripture. It says that one shall chase 1,000 abilities and two shall chase 10,000.
Yeah, something like that.
More, we are a force. That kind of thing.
Exactly. You're supposed to be like freaking like Power Rangers or something. Like obviously not wearing different colors and pink and yellow. That's gay. But like serious. Oh, so wrong. Oh god. Okay. I'm wearing lilac shirt, so I feel like I should.
Power Ranger. I'm wearing
yellow. No. This is wrong.
Yellow Ranger.
This is a very gay statement. I'm sorry about that. I'm straight, please. Jesus help me. Anyway, so let's go back to the podcast. Yeah, but like objectively, a red flag is an unteachable person. You know, a person who is not open. See, we all have our trauma. We all have our problems. They're all works in progress. You understand? The reason why we go to church every Sunday, we fellowship as much as possible. We keep reading the word. You read the same verse 3 times, and have different new meaning.
Thank God for the gift of the Holy Spirit.
Yes. So as we are doing these things, as you are going through the word, as you're reading about stuff, as you're learning about yourself, as you're introspecting, as you're journaling and all of these things, you're doing it as a continuous process. And you're doing it as a continuous process, and it's that way because we're not finished.
True.
You can be a complete person by yourself, and I'm a complete person by myself, but I'm complete as of where I am right now, part-time, but I'm a work in progress. You get what I mean? Like, I'm complete in the fact that I know that, okay, this is me, but I am a work in progress. I'm not done. I don't know everything yet. I'm here now, for now. I am complete as for now. I'm content as for now. But I have XYZ place to go and XYZ thing to improve on, to upgrade, to step up, to do this, to that. Mosquitoes. Okay, Yuki, I want to ask you, how or what would you consider to be a red flag in a guy? Like, you want to date this guy, he likes you, you think he looks reasonably okay, and you want to date him, or you want to consider him for probable marriage. What are the red flags? What are some things that you see that are deal breakers, and you feel like would be or should be deal breakers for a lot of people?
Number one, I can't speak for everybody, but
no, not everybody, but like a lot of people.
A lot of people,
like 80%.
Okay.
Of straight people.
If he doesn't have a relationship with God.
Okay.
For Christians, if he doesn't have a relationship with Jesus, does he know Jesus? Does he apply what the Lord states for us in the Bible? Does he apply it to his life? How does he treat people? Does he have the fruit of the Spirit? That is very, very important. And for the Muslims, I don't know much about the Muslim faith, but I don't know much about the Muslim faith. I can only talk about like Christians. Does he have the fruit of the Spirit? Is he teachable? Is he kind? Is he gentle? Is he selfless? Is he loving? Yeah. So, to me, yes, looks are okay. That is the first thing you're going to see. But it's not looks that will keep you in the marriage. No. It's the values. Are you both friends?
Yeah, you're friends, and you can't be friends without values. Because I know that for guys and girls, friendships they rest on different things. I think they're similar, but I don't know how. I've not really looked into it forever and ever. But I know that for guys, you can just say guy and be like, guy, you have the same shirt. My guy, chairman. Next time, guy, man, I buy you one bottle of malt. But you got one malt. I think catfish. Next tomorrow is your best man at your wedding. Like it's crazy. So for guys, friendships starts on like very like you have shared interest, shared taste, shared. But you guys, the idea here is that you must have something that you are sharing, that is mutual between both of you. That you guys can build up on. It has to be mutual. You understand? He has an interest, you have an interest, you guys' interests align. I feel like one of the best places for me, I would say, to meet people around things that you're passionate about. Right? So let's say why it would have been great to say meet people in church is that if you are passionate about God and all these things, church is a place you're going to be, fellowship and all those kind of things. But you do understand that church is a place for me where I see that a lot of broken people. Wow, are you a ninja? Stay outside of my brain. All right.
There are a lot of broken people in church.
A lot of broken
church is
people
like
in
a
church.
hospital. It's a hospital.
Exactly, it's a hospital. It's actually a hospital. People are dancing and all this stuff, but it's a hospital. In fact, sometimes I feel like the way you see people dancing, when you see their moves, you know the kind of thing that is doing them. Like, oh, these guys dance. I don't want to be where the demon is. The devil is dealing with this guy, because be like, say this guy he needs to get out. You know? He's literally screaming, "Get out! Run! No! Help!" You know.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that, obviously people can be happy and rejoice and all that stuff, but you see, it's just like you see someone when they win the World Cup, you see where they are running around, where they are crying.
Excited.
You don't know how much they've put into this. You don't know what they've been through. Some people have lost family members on the way to that point, and they've had to play games through heartache, through pain, through everything, and they just want this thing so bad. So it's different for every person. But if you share in a person's dream, if you share in a person's ambition, if you share in a person's interest, that's one of the best ways to meet a person, right? I think, for example, now, when I met Yuki-chan, yeah, she was flipping bottles. I was like, that's fun, I share that interest.
Bottles,
like,
no.
flip this bottle.
I beat you.
No. So okay, this is the thing.
Won.
Okay, this is the problem I have with this girl.
I
So
won.
this woman is not serious.
I
So
won.
okay, I let her win. Being chivalry and everything is good.
It's not good to lie.
Okay. She won sometimes. I won eventually.
You actually won one
Yes.
time.
Wow, you still have to do that. Okay, this girl is. Look, to be fair, I came back from work. I was tired. All right, it's not easy. You can't just come and be doing that, flipping balls. I was tired, so it's not really. And I didn't have much training. She had been training like through the night, flipping bottles. So I don't know.
It's not true.
Yes, for me to even win against a grandmaster. Come on, am I not a bad guy? Like, come on. All right,
Was it flipping bottles?
Yeah, it was the ball,
ping
the ball,
pong? I
yeah,
don't
the ping
know.
pong, yeah. Okay, so yeah, long story. It's not what it looks like, all right.
It's what it looks
She didn't beat me like FIFA or something, guys. Relax. It's not a big deal, all right. If it's FIFA, then we can talk about it. It's not FIFA.
Guy, your ego.
Yeah.
You don't have to bring your
No.
ego
I just
into this.
no. Come on, I don't have to do that. But what I'm saying is, though eventually we did team up and beat some other team at
Exactly.
something, which was good. It's always good to join, forces with your arch enemy and win against another enemy. Enemy of your enemy is your friend, right? So that's how this happened. This podcast happened. So it was a good time. It was a wonderful time. Good job,
True.
Knuckles. Nice. Don't break my hand. All right. She's very strong. All right. So yeah. Shared anything is a place to be. I've talked about shared vulnerability already on the podcast. Yeah.
I think we've moved to like the green flag now.
The green flag. So
Yeah.
so basically, look at the red flag, flip it over. You have the green flag.
Like the flip the bottle.
You see why this guy has problems. So yes, just flip it over and then. But you see, the thing is, as you're flipping, you realize that some things are not yet certain. These are areas where we call the gray areas. We now call them the orange flags, where you have to ask difficult questions. I think it's important that before you commit yourself to a lifelong place of anguish and suffering and pain, marriage by itself is beautiful, right? Marriage is not a cursed thing, and there are a lot of people gossip blogs here, and this person cheats on this person, pour water on this person, this person, negative stuff runs.
News flies
it
fast.
flies very fast. You had, and that's why I always love when I see people post stuff about, we had a hard time, but we won. We came together. We made our marriage work, and now we are not getting a divorce. Now we're this and that. There was even a story of a couple. I remember this one. They divorced, and after some years, like 2-3 years, they ended up marrying themselves again. You're like, you know what? Screw this thing. We'll make it work. And they came back and they actually did that.
They
and
chose each other again.
They chose each other again. And which to me is a great story, because technically you guys are still married. You just took a break, which I feel is a win. So. But I just don't hope for it to have to get there for a lot of people. You shouldn't have to lose someone that you care about completely before you realize, you know what, this is not. I didn't want to lose this in the first place. You don't want to have to wait for that to happen. So ask those difficult questions. Talk about the uncomfortable situations that are in those doubtful areas, those gray areas where you really don't know. Maybe you might say your red flag is that he's a mama's boy, and then you see him being all over his mom. You've not asked him about it. You've not really got to know what their story is. you know, it might be the only person he has left, and he's just like, I want to take care of this person. You might call him mama's boy, but he's not really a mama's boy, but he just loves his mom.
That's really valid.
Talk about those things. You understand?
That's really, really valid.
Like just like, for example, for me, if like my mom, God bless her, I love her so much. I love her to heaven and back and other areas of the cosmos and outside the cosmos, depending on, you know, the multiverse of things. I don't know, I just said that. All right, but what I'm saying is, if someone sees me and like, oh yeah, this guy is really your mom,
boy.
I'm like, leave me there, Akimi, don't give me with stress. I will go to where things are okay. You understand? Take care of your mom because she's who you have. You love her so much. You want to be there for her. You know, she means a lot to you, and you're there. And then it makes sense for you at that point. So whoever is coming into your life to understand, this person means a lot to this person. So if you want to love this person, you have to love what means well to them. You have to meet them at the point of their interest. Which is why I said again, shared interest. Now, if you share, for example, now, you like she loves her family, I love my family. I share your love for your family with you. So now I can love your family with you. I'm not just loving you as a unit. I'm loving you and your family.
Exactly. And
you get, I see that you love this, maybe this sport. I am not into it to begin with, but it's something that is like special to you. I learn about it because of you. Or because I see that you love this thing, I want to learn about it. And then one day we're talking about the game and I said, that's a crazy offside. And yeah. You didn't know about offsides before, but you learned about it. Now, it might not be something that is consciously noted, but subconsciously that guy is realizing that she's paying attention. And the same way for her, you know, she's watching a show, you don't really like the show, this crazy Telemundo kind of weird stuff where Alejandro, and what the hell, man, like, just marry the girl, she's right there, don't be stupid, you know. But you come and, you know, I noticed something, like my friend's uncle, you know, the auntie they're married, you know, and, the uncle and his wife, right? So the wife watches this soap opera stuff, and then the man comes down and is like, is that not that lady that she's the one, no, she's the one, and I was just watching them, right? And the whole time, they didn't realize that they've already found something they bond on. He's busy doing his stuff wherever he is, and he comes and he's just like, is that not this crazy guy? He's still here. Did they kill that girl? He said, no. Okay, thank God. And he just goes. So even if you watch like 3 minutes of the stuff one day and he's gone, he's mindful of it. So now she likes it, and now they can bond a bit like over time, like, oh, what happened here? Tell me about this. And they catch up on that. There's something for them to talk about, something for them to share. So that's another opportunity for you guys to build something that transcends, oh, we are married. You know, because don't get into the chase of the title and everything, and then you lose out on the companionship, the friendship. These are the fruits of, I feel, a good marriage, which makes marriage beautiful. I'm just saying. So, cocaine is expensive.
Don't do that.
Don't do drugs, yeah. Don't do drugs. That's it. So, Yuki, if you want to add something to, that would be cool.
I feel society has also nature versus nurture. Society and also the environment you grow up in has played a role. Like, it has shaped our mind. It has shaped our mind concerning what we see as marriage. You know, when maybe I don't know the kind of family that you're coming from. Maybe you're coming from a broken home, or you've seen a lot of marriage like being a shadow of what it's supposed to be. So you just be like, you now see the negative things as a norm. So it's quite sad, and that is why being teachable, you need to learn, unlearn, relearn. And how do you learn? For me, your greatest teacher is the Holy Spirit, the Word of God. You even see in the Bible, people made mistakes, and
that, I think that's the best. I think one of the things that I'm learning again, I knew, is that there are no perfect people in the Bible.
No.
None. Everybody has issues. Everybody has issues.
When you even see the issues, you be like, Abraham. Hey, I'm like.
No, you know this thing with Ekaite.
What's Ekaite?
Ekaite is like, okay, sorry, if your name is Ekaite, I'm sorry. But like Ekaite is like in Nigerian films, like usually the house girl.
Yeah.
So like Abraham, the OG forefather, this guy he pioneered this movement.
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, at least according to how it was reported in the Bible.
It was the wife that.
Yeah, but the wife was like, he didn't really, because I think our guys have taken it to the next level. But like, he still, like, the first documented like Oga to house girl like movement was Abraham. Like that was, you just saw it, was like boom. Gonna just all the stuff. So there are a lot of stories. Like David wasn't, and I really resonate with David because this guy, sorry, I'm going to just say this on the podcast. He effed up big time. He did
really, really messed up.
He did some major fuck up. He did some crazy wrongs. He was a king, then he went to not like a king, and then back to being a king, and then
it was a messy situation.
That guy is like Empire, but like the Bible version. He went from grass to grace to grass to, and then he was like, God, don't take your spirit away from me, and it was, don't depart from me. I'm like, bro, I love David because he knew he messed up, and I was like, God, please. He always ran back like God,
help me,
please, don't leave me. I know that I'm stupid. I know that I mess up sometimes. I know that I saw that babe bathing and I was like, that babe is the best. God damn. I just imagine David like, after doing the whole harp thing, and he just sees that babe, he's like, ooh. His finger just go all happy and like, I'm going to play some strings today. And he gets her husband killed and everything. But the idea is, immediately he, like, obviously, I don't know, David is just a bad guy, It's my G. So, that's about it. That's all I can say. As far as the Bible is concerned, David is like, man, this guy, he did some things. He did some major wrongs, man. He killed unlawfully, did some unlawful stuff extra, did some other unlawful stuff extra before that, and I did some more after. Wow, bro, relax. But then it just shows that God is there, like, regardless, right? There are consequences for your actions. Don't get me wrong. Everything you did, there were consequences, but like God still like, I still got you. I won't leave you even in the consequences. Like I'm dealing with you, but I'm here with you still, and that's beautiful. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God, for God.
Yeah, for God, because me too. I have my own issues. God forgive me. I'm doing my best. I think I'm trying. I'm sorry. All right. It's not what it looks like.
Should not be afraid to approach God, especially like in this.
Don't be afraid to run back and say, God,
help me. Because this marriage issue, we want to give God our all, like, oh God, help me with this. But when it comes to relationship, like, God, let me handle it myself.
Let me handle it myself.
Let me handle it
Go
myself.
and pick a nigga that is just a nigga. And not a good nigga, Or you gotta pick a babe that, just carry some cross that is not for you. Like the cross was written barely, like boldly, like, don't this touch. Do not carry this cross, please. Underline under it, like in red biro, like stop, please, no. This guy, I'm not reading this page. As you click user agreement, something, you'll be like, yes, I've read it. God. So yeah, it's crazy.
Need a mindset shift. And
mindset shift, yeah. Like, I think we're in a generation where there's a lot of information on social media about everything.
Honestly.
And I think one of the best things to do is to know when to dial back and go back to, like, the answers are all in in the fine details of the simple things. Like, you don't have to go to one elaborate place to. Yes, don't get me wrong. I'm an advocate for like psychology and like proper stuff and all that, but be careful about
the type of information
you're taking,
that you're consuming,
and take everything with a pinch of salt, because everybody's postulating their own thing. Everybody's doing their own thing. Just take everything with a pinch of salt. Go back to God in prayer, and I hope you wish you the best. Don't chase orange flag thinking they are green flags. Be patient enough to ask questions. Be patient enough to wait for a guiding voice. Be patient enough to say, God, guide me. I'm not sure about this. This thing is not sitting well in my spirit. You might not have proof about it, but something could be wrong. And you just feel it like, something could be wrong. And you don't know whether it's your own biases that is working on you. You know that it's the other person. You don't know that sometimes you need work.
Sometimes you are the red flag.
Sometimes you are the red flag. You're like, you're a walking catastrophe. You're not ready. You don't know who you are. You listen to that, and you want a relationship.
Have an identity, and you feel like the relationship is going to complete you.
It's going to complete you.
You need to be whole first.
You need to be whole first. I think that was Pastor Jesse. Thank you so much for that.
I was going to mention.
I actually spoke to him about it today. I was like, what do I do? And then he was like, you have to be complete first.
He says that a lot.
And when he said it, the thing just went like, drink cold water on a hot day. It just went down. And I was like, thank you. Done. Absolutely.
I was going to say something that he usually says as well. It's like some people we see red flags, and think it's a strawberry color.
Ah. Oh my god.
So the whole deal is that
Ox blood.
the whole deal is that you have to be complete 100%. Know who you are in Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Study the scripture. Know your purpose, your identity in Christ. What are you here on earth for? What is your purpose? Like, do you know who you are before you want to go and look for a woman, or you want to? You just
And I think the reason why understanding purpose and all these things are important is because you look for the woman, you find the woman, then what?
exactly.
No, you get like if you find a woman. Let's let me. I know that this is not the most Christian thing. You find your woman or you find the guy, you guys start a relationship, or you get married, you guys sleep together. You may or may not have children immediately, regardless of. I mean, this depends on time. The destination cannot be the sex. The destination cannot be the child. Do you get what I mean? Because these things are part of the process. They happen on the way.
All these things
But
you're just saying for real.
Like,
it's what PJ has been saying over and over.
oh
again.
wow, okay.
And
What did I do?
you need to, for real.
Okay, all right. I'm working on it.
I'm serious.
So,
everything you're just saying now, they've been teaching us.
Okay, that's fantastic. I'm going to take this particular personal note. Yeah. So this has been me, Salim Mohammed Tarfa, on the Fizzy Speaks on this episode with Yuki-chan, Osayuki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really, really amazing.
What's your last name?
Real. My last name.
Very strong.
Yeah.
So
let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it like that. So her name is Osayuki-chan.
But do you not have an English name?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Of course you do.
Okay.
Okay, just so we're clear, she's lighter than me. So than I am rather. Lighter than I am.
Am I?
So yeah, I'm light skinned, but then she's white skinned. So she makes me look black. So yeah. I mean I'm black, but I mean not that. That's been it on the podcast. See you next week. I'll be whenever we do the next one. Please.
Alright.
Anything else to say to people? Again.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Don't
please.
do drugs. Stay away from people that don't do straight lines.
If you want to to be high, the Holy Ghost is there. High on spirits.
Very good.
And the
Fantastic.
Holy Spirit, and not on
Fantastic.
spirits.
Don't be high on spirits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one spirit is enough.
The Holy Spirit. Oh my God!
Teamwork to make the dream work. It's not easy. All right, catch you next one. Peace.